Oh my god, Dune. Dune. Wow. Yes, I've finally seen Dune, this film that I've been very excited to see for years now. Before I get into this review, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. I am making a bunch of new content on different movies, horror genre, and films on award season. So yeah, subscribe down below. So the new film Dune, directed by Denis Villeneuve. I was so excited to see this. I am the biggest Denis Villeneuve fan. I've seen like 80 to 90% of his filmography. There's like one or two films I haven't seen yet, but basically pretty much everything I've seen, including some of his short film work. He's just one of the greatest filmmakers working today, and when you see Dune, this only just reiterates that. Dune is just gorgeous, like it's stunning. It's probably the best looking film of the year. Maybe it has some competition from a film T10, which I just recently watched, which I'm also doing a review for. But yeah, I mean, some of the shots in this film are just mind-blowing. Like, it's just a technical marvel, and the way that Denis Villeneuve is able to balance this huge sort of scale of this film with the intimacy of the characters and what they're going through is honestly so hard, and he just manages to do it so effortlessly. I couldn't believe it. If you're someone that has previously loved his work, and I think that a really good sort of similar film is obviously Blade Runner 2049. That film has a similar sort of huge amount of scale and scope, but is incredibly sort of intimate and quiet in certain moments. And I think that if you really loved that film and you love the way that it was paced, you're probably gonna love this film. The only sort of, if I had to say that there was maybe one thing that could have been better, is the script. I mean, I have not read the book Dune. I did, however, watch a little recap of the story on YouTube, a sort of Dune explained in 5 minutes, and I would definitely recommend that you do that if you have not read the book, because it is important to know the sort of outline of the story. But at the same time, this is a very accessible film. It is made to be a film that is understood by a mainstream market. So as long as you're paying attention, you're probably going to get majority of the film. There are certain things here or there that I'm sure went over my head or just didn't, something that I would have to sort of rewatch to understand. But for the most part, this is a very typical story of the hero's journey, the one that we've seen. I mean, I was so reminded of, it felt like a sort of more adult version, even though Harry Potter is super adult in many ways, but it felt like a more adult version of Harry Potter and that sort of journey of being the chosen one. There was a lot of sort of Game of Thrones vibes. I'm sure if you're big Star Wars fans, there's those vibes in this film. What was so great about Dune is it's this huge film that is working on so many different layers, and there's so much to digest, that for Denis to be able to create this whole world and for you to be able to really just like fully immerse yourself in is incredible and amazing. And I'm still just like shocked at how well everything was done. The cast is great. Obviously there's some standouts. For me, I have to say, I thought Timothée Chalamet was really, really good here. Probably the best he's been in a film that I've seen of his since Call Me By Your Name. Actually, no, since Little Women. For me, I think that Call Me By Your Name and Little Women are his best performances. This is almost pretty much up there. Zendaya is actually really great in this. I was not expecting her to be, she doesn't have that much screen time, but she sort of has this overarching presence over the film, and it's really nice the way that they do that. It's really creative, and when she does get to act, she acts. She's really great in this. But for me, I have to say all the other actors are so good, but the standout has to be Rebecca Ferguson. I was so surprised. I mean, she's a great actress. I've pretty much loved everything that I've seen her in, but in this film she sort of plays this sort of double role, and it is so cool to see her sort of play these two sides, especially when everything starts to crumble, as things start to get really bad for the Atreides family. She just goes off. It is like maybe the best performance I've seen from her. It is truly a great performance. And the thing about Dune is that even though it's such a good film, it sort of leaves you wanting more, and it ends on a really nice way. But for people who are not big fans of the book like myself, it does feel like it ends in this really sort of abrupt way, like you're building and building and building to this moment and then it never comes. But I'm so excited for part 2. I cannot wait. I hope we get a part 2. I will be so sad if we don't. But if you're wondering if you should see this film, book your ticket right now. It is incredible. One of the best films of the year for me, and just seals the deal as Denis Villeneuve being one of the greatest filmmakers working today. If you like this review, subscribe and give me a like. If you've seen Dune, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!